Hey, how's it going, Sarasota? Tim coming to you with part two of the morning chat. I got cut right off there. But never have we seen a president that had to be presidential as much as we have one right now because of the condition, the debt we have, and everything. And, we used to talk about lag effects, of what will happen in inflation. Like once they do something, it's a month, 2, 3, 4 months later, 6 months later, before we see the results of it, good and bad. We're always in a lag effect. Everything is. However, we've sped it up. I mean, you can see things happen today and feel it tomorrow. So I'm hoping that a lot of things that are being corrected will happen a lot sooner than 6 months. But I think that in 6 months to 12 months is what most economists and people that are in the know predict, that you will see a different country, a different world, a different everything, and all good. While there might be some mistakes made, they will be corrected, as Elon Musk said, immediately. Him and his team and the president. Well, like, hey, we made a little error there, fix it. And fix it fast. There's already been people that have lost their jobs in Doge that were hired back. So, but man, nobody's ever done anything, and we need something done. It's like a business that you see that just flies by the seat of its pants and never changes. And it's just so obvious. You could go in there and say, well, do this, do that, stop doing this, and start doing this. And, you'll see an increase. Like people are always advising me what I should do about my YouTube channel to take it to new heights, what kind of content I should make. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and deny it. But notice I said but, right? Don't give me no buts, Baker. I have resisted, but now, as you can see in my videos, I went here and I went there and I do this and I do that, and I didn't decide to buy this or that. Not because of the community's influence. The community can share ideas. I'm ultimately going to do what I do, just like Trump's going to do what he's got to do, what he thinks is best for everybody, not for him or not for one specialty group. But I've delivered, and I always talk about self-improvement and positive thinking and open-mindedness and being critical thinking and all that kind of thing. But these Democrats that we saw last night, they're a one-track mind. They're a one-track criminal, allowing drugs and fentanyl. Did you hear about all that fentanyl they busted? These people were knowingly allowing, they should be held for treason, crimes against humanity. They should all be in prison, and some should even face the death penalty for what they have done to this country through open borders, allowing people to come in here and murder people and rape people and kill people with drugs. And we elected them to protect us. That's their job, is to keep a strong military and take care of our infrastructure, in the highways. They need to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. But they want to meddle in everything else. They want to give jobs to everybody. And they say, look, you come to work here, we all got it made. Don't rock the boat. Don't say nothing. We know we're sitting around on our duffs. We know we're not doing anything. We know we're stealing. You could be a stealer too. But don't say anything or you'll be out. And people go in there and like, yeah, I'll never leave this job. Like the people that were sent emails, just tell us 5 things that you did last week. They get all in a huff and feel entitled. Well, we're just trying to find out if you exist. That's what the government's trying to find out, I should say. And they always get an answer for everything. And let me tell you, whatever the media says, on both sides, but especially these CNNs and stuff, whatever they say, you want the truth? You want the real truth, folks? You don't listen to me. You don't listen to Trump. You don't listen to nobody. You listen to CNN, and then you believe the opposite. And that's the truth. That is about the size of it. Some people in some organizations are so predictable. The haters are so predictable. They take the truth and they make a lie out of it. That's what they do. And, there's vulnerable people out there that believe that crap. And, it's just, last night, I don't know how I felt. I felt good for the most part because he was giving it back, and he was also listing all of his accomplishments. An hour and 40 minutes, 20 minutes ahead of Bill Clinton's record, 1 hour and 20 minutes of the address to the Congress. And more clapping than I've ever heard in my life, and less clapping than I've heard in my life. And but right away, the sergeant at arms had to remove that. What's his name? Albert Green, somebody Green. Him and his cane. He's had so many optics. He's been so lucky they even put him on TV, and he's known for his cane shaking. And then you got that Bernie Sanders, the millionaires and the billionaires. Well, he doesn't say millionaires anymore because he is one. It's only the billionaires. And you look at him and you say, you're the elected person of all the people in the United States of America. They've chosen you, and this one and that one and all those ones that we see. What about that? Oh, don't get me started. All those ones that are so hateful. I mean, you can see them gnashing their teeth. They're just They have lost their minds. They're demented people, and they don't want the gravy train to end. They don't want to lose their power because they don't deserve any power. They don't deserve to run a Kool-Aid stand. And yet they're sitting in there in the Congress with some fancy office and secretaries and some level of power through their vote and free travel and free medical, and they're excused from everything. They get a free life. And they go in there broke. They get in on the skin of their teeth, and then they walk out of there with tens of millions of dollars in their pockets. Something's wrong with this picture. Man, let me tell you, Trump, he slapped him down last night, and he is definitely crushing it. The country's going to be crushing it. We're building a pipeline from Alaska. Did you hear that? That was breaking news last night. That is underway right away. All these manufacturers that are coming here, spending billions of dollars building buildings to make manufactured goods here, to employ people here. You're going to see, after these things have been erected, in the next 6 months to a year, a completely different country. Also, you can be thankful and kiss Donald Trump's butt for making a bright future. Praise God, with God's help, for your children and your grandchildren. Otherwise, what did they have? Where were they going? What were they going to be offered? Everything was being imported. Now we're going to be the exporters of the world. And that's got to affect literally everybody. And housing and all these things are going to be way, way better for your children, your grandchildren, and for us. As long as you're around for another good while, you're going to enjoy and reap the rewards too. We went through hell. We deserve payback too. Look what we went through. Go home, sit down. Give us 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Shut the economy down. Close your business. You're out of work. Telling us how it is. Wear a mask. Stand 6 feet apart. Don't go to church. Don't go to birthday parties. Don't do this. Don't do that. What kind of crap did we go through, if you think about it? And what kind of lies were we given about all that? A lot of it, It was a big means to an end that they had in rolling right there with Biden, Sleepy Joe, and then this whack job that was going to come in and be a puppet to the bureaucrats and whoever it was, the evil of this world, not just in our country. They had a world gathering of evil from all the countries that were going to be in cohorts with the Democratic Party, the Communist Party. The party that kills people, the party that figures you're just disposable. You don't count. You're nothing. You have no rights. That's what communism is, and that's what they are. If you call yourself a Democrat, as I do, or an independent actually, but I'm a conservative, very, very conservative, right of center individual. So you can name me whatever you want, but I did grow up, basically as a Democrat, we considered ourselves. Because we just, had a mindset of what it was. But I'm nowhere near. I'm not even anything close. And I think most people that are registered Democrats are separating themselves from this crazy mob that we saw last night. Those aren't Democrats. No. And if they don't get some kind of act together, they may never see the Oval Office again. They may never have a chance to implement what good they can bring to the United States of America. We want good. We don't want evil. We don't want rule. We don't want our rights taken away. We don't want to allow others to come in before us. This is our country. Get it? We live here. We're the ones that crush it.